My morning co-anchor Prathisha Singh takes up a different spot this morning, and she's stepping in to bring you our daily inspiration. And there is no better person because she's always happy for no reason at all, and we could do with a little bit of attitude. In studio today, we have Marion Pierster, who shares her expertise on intermittent and prolonged fasting, her coaching, as well as her keto products. I can't wait to talk to her about that. Coming up next, I'm excited to speak to Cooper Steele from Forensic Ballistic Services, who has 35 years as a forensic ballistic expert. He's in studio and ready to rumble. Next up, we have Barry Lewin, joining us to chat about the beautiful Elalini estate, as well as some exciting news about an off-the-grid estate. Definitely going to be staying there very, very soon. The People's Accountant, Lynette Pretorius from Austral Accounting, is in for her weekly slot, and we chat to her about business funding today. So later on, we'll have Haley and Dion to update us on what's happening on the weather and surf front. And it's over to Gavin Ferguson to close out with a music video. Remember, it is all who they are, what they do, and you know what? We're going to be chatting to them 100%. And without further ado, hello, Prathisha.
Hi, Sai. It's awesome to be here this morning with you on the other side of things.
Yeah, I was going to actually ask you, how does it feel to be on the hot seat?
So, you know, it's difficult to break habits, right? So I'm going to actually start off with a question.
Okay.
So I have a question for you. So, and the viewers out there. So who would like to wake up a bit happier tomorrow morning? I know I would, right?
Okay, yeah.
You? I'm sure everybody.
Yeah,
everybody wants to wake up a bit happier tomorrow morning. So let's get our energies aligned and let's get started. And you're always very vibrant. So
of course.
I'm sure you're going to go with me.
Yeah.
So let's get some thumbs. We're going to do the 4 thumbs, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to be tapping right here on our cheekbones. And this is just to get our energies aligned for the morning. And we're all going to feel good. And I can see everybody around in the studio doing it as well. So that's epic. And then we're going to find our collarbones. If us mums out there can still find them.
Yeah, is it
bottom
here?
here?
Oh, here it is.
So we're going to be thumping over there. And then our thymus gland, which I usually tell my 6-year-old, it's the point that makes
oh yeah.
Right? So that's your thymus gland. That's for your immune system.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. And then your bra strap points, or your inner rib cage if you don't wear a bra.
Yeah.
Right
lucky somebody out there.
Right, so it's there. So are we feeling all aligned and good?
Well, I wake up aligned and good every day, but you know what? This really actually helped as well.
So let's talk about the elusive happiness, right? So there's good news and there's bad news.
Yeah.
So let's give the bad news first. So 1 in 4 people battle with depression. Okay, that's the stats.
Yeah.
The good news is that science has cracked the code to happiness. So we now know what makes us tick, how to up that happiness in our lives. Now, when we talk about happiness, and everybody mentions happy for no reason, that doesn't mean we go around going, yay, I'm happy, when bad things are happening around us.
True.
Okay. So happy for no reason is actually an inner state of peace and well-being, despite or independent of what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to explain that. So I went through my life, as I'm sure everybody does, and you do, on a seesaw. When things are great, we're up here.
Yeah.
We feel great, the energy is vibrant, everything is amazing. And you're an amazing person, right? I'm sure you're the best mom when you're feeling on top of the world.
I know.
You're the best mom, you're the best spouse, you're the best presenter when you're feeling great.
Yeah.
Things don't go your way. How do you feel? You tell me. How do you feel?
You feel like the rain is actually physically raining in your face.
Exactly. Going splat, splat, splat,
Splash,
right?
splash, yeah.
So I lived my life that way until everywhere I looked made me unhappy. And something had to change.
Yeah.
So that's how I learned how to live and take responsibility for your own happiness. And when I started to see huge shifts in my life, that's why I'm here. And that's why I want to share all of that stuff with everybody. So let's talk about what actually influences your happiness. And I like to call this the syndrome of I'll be happy when. So when will you be happy when, Sai? For me, it's when you lose 10 kgs, when you earn a certain amount of money. You'll be happy when. So what's it for you?
Money and staying in the estate.
In that Elalini estate, right?
Yes, Elalini and the Range Rover. I've got a
You've got a list, right?
Yes.
Great. And all of that stuff's great. So when we look at the happiness continuum, so you get happy for when you're just unhappy and you're just feeling low and horrible. You get happy for bad reason, and that's when people rely on alcohol, sex, drug addiction. That's bad reason. Then you get happy for good reason, which I'm a fan of, and that's that Land Rover that you want and that estate that you want, and that's epic. And then you get happy for no reason, which is the one I'm talking about. Now let's just differentiate those two. So happy for good reason is great. I'm happy for great reason. I'm sitting on this end of the couch and sharing what I know with everyone, and that's great reason. The trouble happens when stuff gets taken away, because how many people are there on the earth? Can you control all of those people?
Oh, no.
How many different situations and circumstances can there be? Can we control any of it?
No.
No. So when you're relying on just external situations and circumstances, you're actually in a bit of a pickle. Because it can't go away. Now, I want you to be like Sai, and I want you to bring your happiness to the party. So wherever you go, you take that happiness and that inner state of peace and well-being where you go. So you don't rely on the party to make you happy. You're already going there with your vibe.
And I am the party.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So everybody needs to be your own party. And can you imagine what strain and stress that would take away from all your relationships? That expectation would be gone. I mean, if you are the party, what do you need from the party?
Exactly.
So that's one of the benefits of living this way, of feeling your own happiness and stuff. So let's have a look at the happiness set point. The happiness set point is basically the happiness level that we all are at, no matter what happens to you. And that explains why when people win the lottery, they are thrilled for like when they win it, right? They're going everywhere. They're buying the cars, they're buying the houses, they're doing whatever. 6 months later, they return to their happiness, whatever that set point is. That's your like your thermostat. It's the same if you're going through grief or a serious situation that makes you feel really bad. After 6 months to a year, you return to your happiness set point. So let's talk about what influences that, because that's basically your level. Now, you'll be surprised to know 50% is your genes, and there's still good news to that, so we'll hang 10. Only 10% is that Land Rover, and that car, and that house. Only 10%, hey, actually influences your happiness. The other 40% are your habits. Now let's talk habits. So you sitting cross-legged like that. Can you cross the other way for me?
Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Yes.
How does it feel?
Different.
Different, right? A bit awkward?
Not
so great. So that's how it is when we change our habits. But 90% of ourselves can be influenced by our habits. And that's what we're going to talk about. Happiness habits to increase that set point, so that no matter what happens, you're at a good playing field. You're coming with an awesome foundation, no matter what happens to you, right? So that's what we talk about with the happiness set point and happiness habits. Now, I know Claudia, I think, spoke about it this week, that everything is about vibration and stuff. So is happiness. And there are basically two main energies in the world, and that's the energy of expansion and contraction. So I've got another game for everybody to play. I want you to curl yourself up into a little ball. So you're going to contract yourself as much as you can. And so I want you to really contract yourself and say, I am happy.
Okay, I am happy, but I cannot go any
feel
further. Yes, I do.
When you contract yourself and you say, I am happy, you just feel silly. Nobody can feel happy
That's
in
true,
that
that's
contracted
true.
energy, right? Come on, I picked you, Sai. Right, now let's do it the other way. I want you to spread your arms as wide as you can and expand yourself. Now I want you to say, I am depressed. Does that make sense? I am depressed. Can you feel depressed doing that?
No.
No, because your energy is expanded. So now when your energy is contracted, you are feeling low, down, depressed, all that negative stuff. When your energy is expanded, you're feeling happy and joyful and free. So that's one of the happiness habits that I want the viewers and you to take away today. Well, there's two things actually. And just one thing I want to say before I go is that we want to process our negative emotion and stuff in a good way, and that foundation of happy for no reason has a place for that. So you want to still deal with the negative stuff, but you want to have such a strong foundation of well-being that you want to shift it quickly. So no matter what happens to you, you come back to that happiness set point. So my two giveaways today that I want you to do, because I'm a firm believer of awareness is transformation. You become aware first. So as you go along throughout the day, I want you to ask yourself, am I choosing happiness? In every moment. So when somebody irritates you on the road, are you choosing happiness? Think about it. Am I choosing happiness? The other takeaway I want you to be aware of is you'll be surprised if I asked a person, what expands you? Do you know what expands you, Sai? Well, you know, because I've spoken to you this morning. You know what expands you.
Yeah.
You know what drives you, what
Of
makes
course.
you feel amazing. Lots of people don't know what makes them, what expands them and what contracts them. So I want you to start becoming aware throughout the day. And if something expands you, and yes, I know we have jobs and we have bills to pay and children to take care of, but let's look at what expands us and let's do a bit more of it. And what contracts you, just try your best and do less of it.
Well, sweetheart, thank you very much for coming through.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
I enjoyed being on this end of the couch, I
the
must
couch.
say. Yeah.
It's really been interesting. You know what, viewers at home, all you need to do is choose happy, 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 happy. That's what we are here on GMNC. And remember, my name is Nicole Lemboza. We'll be here until 7 o'clock. And after the break, we're going to be speaking to Marion Piesta, who is a wellness coach. And she has so much to talk about. I'm so excited, but let's do it after the break.